growing fruits and vegetables in small scale farms, when they're urban or peri-urban, they have a lot of challenges in that they're growing a number of different things. So you have fruits, vegetables, herbs, greenhouse crops, and the more crops you grow, the more chances you have for things to go wrong. You also have less space for everything. So there's less space to rotate your crops. You've got a lot of things put in close proximity. And so when you do get pest pressures, they can be pretty intensive. We have a lot of pest pressures coming from being so close to urban environments. So you have landscape weeds, you have landscape pests that make their way easily into the farms. These farms are not isolated enough to prevent them from getting some of those issues. So we see everything. We see everything from vegetable pests, your caterpillars, your grasshoppers, earwigs, slugs. I mean, anything that you would experience in a home garden is typically found on an urban farm, but maybe in larger numbers. So it becomes very important to know how to identify those pests and to know what your treatment options are. Some of the things that we try to do in University of Idaho Extension to help them is, number one, we try to be a resource for identifying pests. So that, being one of the first stages in an IPM plan is knowing what pest you're dealing with so that you can make the right informed decision for management. So we will try to identify the pest either in our county extension offices or through our extension specialists in entomology and plant pathology, and then we'll try to make recommendations for that farm based on what their allowable products are, what kinds of tools or equipment they have access to. And we always try to start with the lowest toxicity, simplest approach to managing a pest, whether it's just preventing it or excluding it or using some kind of mechanical or physical means, and then moving up to where we might have to recommend a chemical, whether it's organic or synthetic, to manage a problem. And then we also try to focus a lot on the education for these farmers so that they can then know how to identify problems and make strategic moves before it becomes an outbreak or a problem that is going to be economically damaging to them.